What's up YouTube? This is LDS Reliance. Today I wanted to take you step by step through a build of a raised vegetable bed that I'm going to be building for my backyard. Basically the purpose of this would be to be a little bit more self-reliant with growing some of my own fresh produce that I like to get on a regular basis. Maybe save a little bit of money and just learning some useful skills and having some other options for the future. So what we've got here, barring the tools here that are shown, basically everything over here this is about $60 worth of materials. And this is going to build an 8-foot by 4-foot raised garden bed, and it's going to be these right here are 8-foot sections of 2x6, so we're going to use 2 of those on each side vertically to produce 12 inches of raised bed. Two of these are going to be cut in half to form the 4-foot top and bottom to it, and then we have a 4x4 that will be cut into 2-foot sections and then driven into the ground. Now this is treated lumber. This is specifically designed to be used outdoors and you know, to be weather resistant and all that kind of stuff, to be as termite resistant as you can. I mean, you can never be completely termite resistant if you're using wood, but this is good stuff. So it costs a little bit more than the normal lumber, but it's going to be worth it in the long run. It's going to last you longer. You could probably get away with about half, you know, about half to 2/3 of the cost of the wood if you got some pine or some white pine or something like that, if you wanted to build something that would last, you know, 2-3 years tops. But this should last quite a while and be really strong. You could also get away with 1 foot or 1 inch width on this probably, and it would be strong enough, but I don't mess around when I build stuff. So and then over here, these are the screws that I'm going to use. Now these were left over from a different project that I've done in the past. These are 2.5 inch you know, kind of all-purpose screws that I really like to use. But if I were to buy some screws for this particular project specifically for this, I'd probably use decking screws or something that's a little bit more designed for outdoors. But these will work just fine. There's nothing wrong with it at all. So, and you could pick up a whole, you know, 1-pound deal of these for about $4. So that's not significant. The wood was about $30 or so, 35, something like that. And then over here, this is what I'm going to put inside the bed. This is 320 pounds worth of soil, topsoil, and manure and compost mix. These were about $1.25 a piece at the local Lowe's. So this is good stuff. I might mix in some normal Oklahoma red clay in there with it, just to supplement with some free stuff from the backyard. But that should do it for the provide a good aerated base for the vegetables that I'm planning on planting. And then finally, these are the tools that we're going to need to use. And yes, I do love my Hitachi power tools. So you're obviously going to need a drill to screw the nails in, or the screws in with. You're going to need a shovel, because what we're going to do is we're going to break up the ground underneath the raised bed to provide adequate drainage underneath. And then you're going to need some sort of cutting implement. Now you could just use a hand power saw. You could use, you know, a hand saw, whatever you want to use, but obviously hand tools are going to take a lot longer than this beast. So anyways, these are all the materials. Once again, $60 for all of these. And the next step is I will go ahead and cut the lumber to size, and then I will start taking video of how to assemble this thing. Stay tuned. Alright, so here we're going to do our final cut of the wood. Okay, so we've got we now have our 4-foot sections of the 2x6s, and then we have underneath here we've got our 2-foot long sections of 4x4. So all cut out and ready to start assembling. Alright, here we have the site that I've picked out for the raised garden bed. It's kind of in the middle of my yard, maybe a little bit of a curious position for some of you, but the way I've decided to do this, this is north. So the rectangle is going to be pointing north and south, which is what you're going to want to do. Give it the most sunlight across it. So this is directly east. So the sun's going to come up here. You know, there's a couple trees around, but it's going to go right up and around, and then down over this house, and you know, my house, and this tree will give it a little bit of shade in the evening, and so this should be a pretty good spot. So I'm going to go ahead and start assembling this and keep you updated. Thanks. Alright, a couple of things that I wanted to mention before I get too far into this that have been invaluable so far. Number one, you're going to want to build this on site. You're not going to want to build this, you know, 50 yards away and then try to carry this thing. It's going to be very heavy, even for 2 people. So build it on site. The other thing is you're definitely going to want to have some vice grips, some clamps and things to try to hold this thing together, especially if you're working on this by yourself where you don't have a partner to hold it for you. So anyway, just a couple tips I picked up along the way here. Okay, so here we have the framework built. Now the next thing that we need to do is we need to dig down a foot. These posts are going to be sunk down into the earth, and this is 1 foot. So we need to dig a 1-foot hole for each of these. Now you can use you know, a fence post digger, you know, whatever you want to do, but basically, and then you're going to need to turn up the soil in here to allow proper drainage. So this is where the back-breaking stuff begins, but I'll save you the boredom of that and show you the finished product. Okay, so here we have the 4 post holes dug, at least a foot deep. The next challenge is going to be this slopes south to north here, so the far side of that is below the near side here. So next I'm going to have to try to slope this to get this leveled a little bit, just so that the water doesn't completely go to all to the other side and run off. So but anyways, and then after that we're going to get down in here and turn over all this soil in the middle, just turn it over a little bit. If you had a rototiller or something else, that would be ideal, but just want to turn it over a little bit so that to help improve the drainage. Okay, so here we have the bed. It's kind of laid down, it's level for the most part, as good as I can get it. And then the inside has been kind of turned over a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just chop into it as much as you can, and you're just going to want places for the water to drain to. And we can already see, you know, this is in partial shade, so it's about 6 p.m. today, 6:30, and this is maybe not even that, maybe just barely 6 o'clock, and you know, this is already in partial shade, so that's going to be good after a long hot summer day. Kind of cool off your plants a little bit. Don't scorch them too bad. So next I'm going to be putting all this earth back in there, mixing it up with the 320 pounds of manure and compost and topsoil, and then we should be just about done. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me. It's a little bit windy this morning. So I wanted to just give a quick update. We've got this almost done. I put in the first 8 bags, and I will admit I did a poor job of planning that. I didn't really do any math to calculate how much I would need. I just kind of guesstimated. This would be okay. This is about 6 inches of soil there, but I wanted to get some more. So I went and bought some more soil. I'm going to add that now and get you updated. Alright, just a quick update. I got the first batch of soil put in here, and obviously I did a pretty poor job of planning this out. I really didn't do any math to calculate how much I would need. So this is about 6 inches here of it was just the 320 pounds that I first bought. This would be okay, but obviously you're gonna want more. So I went and bought twice that, another 320 pounds. So which was just another 10 bucks, not really a big deal, but just wanted to make note of that and update you on that, you're gonna want probably at least 500 or 600 pounds of topsoil and manure or whatever you're gonna put in this. And here we have it. This is the completed raised bed. Just wanted to kind of show you the finished product and go over a little bit of a recap. You know, so the soil ended up being about 3.5 inches below the top, just the way I kind of wanted it. Didn't want it all the way to the top. Didn't want any kind of runoff. I wanted to still have a little bit of a barrier in there. Yeah, so for basically about 75 bucks total with tax and everything, you've got an 8 foot by 4 foot raised bed. You know, you won't get turtles coming in or snakes. Well, I guess snakes could probably get in, but you won't have some of the pests getting into this thing. It's better soil probably than just the natural soil in your backyard, because you're going to be bringing in topsoil. And I mean, consider the prices of fresh produce. If you're like me, unless you eat out fast food every meal, which some people in America do, but consider one medium-sized watermelon for 7 or 8 bucks. I mean, I'm planning on planting some watermelon, and if I get 2 or 3 of those out of here, I mean, that's a huge return on my investment just with that. And then that's not counting, you know, tomatoes and beans or whatever else you plant in there. So I think this is going to save people money. It's going to be a good disaster or survival situation to get a little bit of food. I mean, it's not going to support a full family or anything like that, but it'll give you something. And it teaches you some skills. It teaches you some skills with woodworking, with gardening. These are all good things that you know, knowledge is power, and that's what we're kind of here to do, is to learn and grow. And so anyways, just thought I'd share with you the finished product. Please post your comments, suggestions, thoughts. Let me know what you think. Thanks, guys.